Good morning, everybody. And happy. The button wasn't working. That was a long good and not a lot of good morning. Good morning, everybody. If you're here with me in the Discord or in the YouTube chat, go ahead and say what's up. Let's see who's with us this morning. We have Alec, Lil Steg, Seth, Retberg, WD, Silent and W, A-Trades, The Duke, Franco Panchua, Raymond, Dustin, Marcello, John, Tron. I love that when we have back-to-back rhyming names. Angus, Stevie, SW, Bill, Acumen. Good to see you, Franco. Yeah, we need the numbers, SW. He did it again, folks. I know that everybody, that's the burning question on everybody's mind now when we start the stream. How much is SW up today? Is it 10,000? Is it 20,000? What's the number today, SW? Grace the people. They all want to know. Everybody's very curious about that. Spastrix, Cyrus, STR, Travis, Astronerd, $36,000. Give it up for SW. $36,000 this morning. My goodness gracious. You are putting in that work. I love to see it. Good morning to everybody out there. Good morning, Silent at W2. Trader Page, Seth Ruffler. Good morning, Friendy Vincent. Good morning, Tommy, Eric, NK, Mike, Alan, G-Lines, Angia, McNasty, Fisher 5, Love Wetlands, Double L, Dips, Angia, Roe Robert, Mike, Richard, Nathan, Doom, James, Lone, Young, Richard, Grateful Trader, Carl Hungus, Currandula, Half Choli, Alexandre, Julio, Frank Mo, Storyteller, Elaine, Tony, C. Mark Hammond, Mark, Nicholas, Joe, Evelyn, Kirk, Alex P, Randy, MZ Trader, Moose, Hindsight King, What the 4X, Charles Benjamin, Taha, IQ Alpha, Adam, Joe, Braja, Greg, Lenny, Bishu, Charlie N, Alan Rufus, Roos, Dejan, Pop Pops, Grand, Zarif, Filth, Donovan, Micromouse, Long and Meat, Marcio. Good to see everybody in here. What's up, Big Sexy Mixter, Kenny HD. Good morning, Mark Bird. How we all doing out there? Good morning to everybody. So happy hump day, happy Wednesday. Does anybody know what day it is today? I know it's Wednesday, obviously. Just said it. Anybody know what special day it is today? Good morning, O'Keefe. Good morning. It's not Friday, O'Keefe. That's right. It's Nvidia Day today. Yeah. Give it up for Nvidia Day today. Yeah, FOMC minutes. I know that used to be. That was like that was cool. I don't know, last season, but yeah, it's Nvidia Day today. FOMC minutes, I really don't expect to see all that much volatility coming out of the FOMC minutes. And that's due to the fact that Jerome Powell was very forthcoming. He opened up his kimono pretty wide for the press conference. And I don't believe that we really have much left to discuss with the FOMC meeting minutes. I don't think there's really anything there's no stones that were left unturned. So I don't think that those FOMC meeting minutes are all going to do that much. But let's go over the schedule today. Let's go over the schedule here. Let's see what we have on the docket today. So we had the NBA mortgage applications that were out earlier, about an hour ago. And those came in. I'll talk about those in a second. But we have the April existing home sales data that's going to be out at 10 a.m. today. And that should be interesting. And that's they usually pair these things together, the housing price index. But today it's just the mortgage applications, which I'll go over in a second here, and the existing home sales. And that's really it in the way of data outside of the FOMC meeting minutes. Those are coming out at 2 p.m. Now, just because you see FOMC on your calendar, there's a lot of newer traders out there. They see FOMC on their calendar and they say, "Oh, by golly, this is going to be the most insane thing I've ever seen in my life. This is going to be incredible. This is going to be wild." No, it's just the meeting minutes. It's basically that if you've ever owned a company before, you have to. If you've ever owned, it doesn't have to be a publicly traded company, but you have meeting minutes when the officers meet, when the directors of the company meet. You have meeting minutes, and this is essentially what they discussed for the rate decision. And obviously, I believe there weren't any dissenters. If somebody wants to correct me, I don't think we had any dissenters in this latest meeting. But it's not that big of a deal. I don't think that it's going to be anything crazy at all. Really, I just don't think it's going to be anything crazy at all. We do have a 20-year bond auction. That should be interesting, a long-term fixie, although we haven't really seen a lot of diddling at the far end of the curve here. So I don't know if people are interested in the 20-year fixies right now. If anybody's interested in anything, I think it's tech stocks and Nvidia, namely what we see after the bell today. I do have some unfortunate news, though, which is going to be devastating for a lot of traders out there. That is that Nvidia is going to be reporting at 420 p.m. today, which means that for all of my Topstep traders out there, we're not going to be able to trade the print. Can you believe that? We're not going to be able to trade the dang Nvidia print. I was hoping that we're going to change the print maybe to be at like 4:05, maybe 4 o'clock. But it's going to be coming out at 4:20. You know, I had a plan going to bed. Ideally, this was my trade plan. I wanted to get in long because I believe, listen, I'm very bullish on this, and I'm happy to show up tomorrow. I'm happy to show up on the stream tomorrow and say, egg on my face, I was completely wrong. But I think, and you can call me crazy, my price target on Nvidia is $1,025 after the print. And I think that's low. I think that we could be trading 1200s by Friday. How do we get there? 1200s are crazy rips. How do we get there? Well, they announced a stock split and they have insanely strong forward-looking guidance. They reveal some orders that they haven't discussed yet. All of these things could happen. Now, the base case for the downside is probably around 800s, right? 800s, something in the 800s, right? But yeah, I think that I'm pretty sure that, my assessment on things, and I'm happy to show up tomorrow and say, I was wrong. I was completely off. I don't expect there to be a nothing burger, but if it were up to me and Topstep allowed me to trade into those earnings, the idea that I would have had would be to find a pullback in the market at some point today. And that was, back there at 755. 755's traded, and boy, by golly, the market went straight up. But I would want to get a pullback and then copy it across my XFA accounts and just leave it and just let it work for the entire day. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 contracts. I don't know. Maybe 1 or 2 contracts traded across 3 accounts. What are the 6 contracts? Yeah. And just hold it all day and run it into the print for Nvidia. Because I think that Nvidia could boot, scoot, and rally this market like you couldn't even believe it. So that would be what I could do if I could actually trade it into the earnings. And because I'm not going to be able to trade it into the earnings, well, that changes my perspective on things. But it does relieve a little bit of stress where I don't have to be really paying attention to holding a position out through the entire day. However, the markets still could rally into the earnings. It's just going to be a little bit, less advantageous for me to do that style of trade into it, though. Folks, do me a favor here. Hit that lucky like button. YouTube is broken again because they decided to update it again and make it way worse. It was terrible, and then they fixed the layout, and now it's bad again where you can't even see the lucky like button. You have to close chat and then click the like button and then show chat again. It's just, the whole layout just is, I don't know what they're trying to do here. And like right now it says there's only 60 people that are watching the stream. That's not true. There's way more than 60 people watching. But yeah, YouTube's completely broken today, but we're going to deal with it. But yeah, hit that lucky like button. And you see, O'Keefe, you're still on the split test where they're not testing on you. They're rolling it out to different regions right now. So you are lucky right now that you do not have the new YouTube update. It is just god awful. I feel bad for anybody who has it. It rolled out to me, I think, yesterday. Hopefully it's temporary and it'll go away soon. But it is the worst. I don't know why the heck they keep trying to mess with it. I thought they messed with it. They realized that everybody hated that new layout and they got rid of it. But now they're back beta testing it again. It's just awful. So if you don't have that new layout, you are very, very lucky. Count your lucky stars. Hopefully YouTube doesn't do what they did to me and they end up forcing it on you and it's just garbage. But anyway, let's talk about what happened for the prints this morning. We did have the MBA mortgage applications out. The week ending May 17th, we saw a 1.9% increase in mortgage applications versus a 0.5% prior. The refi index is at 7.4%. It's actually reversed from the prior print, which was 4.7%. So 7.4%, 4.7%. It's like a palindrome. The average rate on the 30-year mortgage dropped by, I think, about 7 basis points here. Yes, from 7.08% to 7.01% week over week. So mortgage rates are coming down. We'd love to see the 30-year rate drop into the 6s. Wouldn't that be something? I mean, by golly, it would be so great to see that. And I think that, they are drifting lower. It's trying to attract more customers. The purchase index is at negative 1.2%. So it's still down, but it's an increase from last week's read, which was negative 1.7. So it's a very precarious situation because it begs the question, let's just say, what do you think would happen if the mortgage rate all of a sudden, and this is never going to happen, but let's just say, what would happen if the mortgage rate dropped to 1.9%? Never going to happen. 1.9% mortgage rate. Well, what's going to happen to housing prices? I mean, they're going to remain sticky, right? So we're in this weird flux of rate changes and inventory and housing starts. And yeah, exactly. You buy another house, you know. So I don't know if this is going to go anywhere anytime soon. It's very, very sticky right now. And it's just a very, very interesting situation for everybody to be in, especially here in America. It's just been really, really wild. I think the housing market would go crazy if the rates drop tremendously. So yeah, we're just in this weird situation right now. So we'll have to see how it all kind of shakes up here. The next rate change, potentially, if it's not going to be a hold, the markets are pricing in a hold, is going to be at the next FOMC meeting, which is going to be on June 12th. So that's not too far out. It's 21 days away. But we're not going to see any changes or fluxes in that all that much. We're not going to see that dropping too tremendously. It might continue to trend downward a little bit. But also, we did have the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau out with a note this morning talking about BNPL firms. That's buy now, pay later. They are looking to put on the same restrictions and standards that they have on credit card firms right now. They want to have the Truth in Lending Act go to them, because I think that, you know, there's memes that float around about this, but it's actually true. You can affirm like a Chipotle burrito. I mean, you can put a Chipotle burrito on layaway. It's like, I don't know, what does Chipotle cost? Like $12 or something like that. People are putting these Chipotle burritos on layaway and not paying for them. So I guess they need to clean up the regulation there for these buy now, pay later firms. If you're putting a Chipotle burrito on layaway, I think that you need to possibly take a nice long look in the mirror and then question what you're doing with your financial decisions. But hey, everybody wants to live. Let people live, right? We did have Fed's Mester and Fed's Collins speaking yesterday, both of whom moved the market just a little bit, just a little shake and bake. Fed's Mester is a voter. That's Ms. Loretta Mester. She does expect that we have above trend growth for the year. So that's a good thing for the economy, but maybe not a great thing for the Fed there. She does believe that keeping rates restrictive is not a significant risk right now, given that the jobs market is so incredibly strong. So if we see a change in unemployment data tomorrow, remember, tomorrow is jobless claims. If we see a change in unemployment data tomorrow, then we will potentially have them singing a different tune by the time that we get to June 12th. She did raise the estimate of the long-term, long-run neutral rate in the last projection, and we will see that revealed in the FOMC meeting minutes today. The current policy level may not be as restrictive as it might seem, which is funny for her to say that. She needs to see a few more months of inflation decreasing, and she's watching inflation expectations closely. So the real big points, I mean, those are all very big points. She did say a lot more than that, but those are all the points that I wanted to outline there. But, keeping rates restrictive is not a significant risk because of the jobs market. So what does that tell us? We can look at that as a hint, a very clear directionality hint, where she's saying basically that the Fed, you remember, these are all closed door meetings, right? So we only get to peek behind the curtain. And this is why I talk about this stuff, is because it gives us elusive kind of clues into what they're talking about surreptitiously behind these doors. And if they're saying that they're keeping these rates restrictive because the jobs market is strong, then that means we can now look at the jobs market as the linchpin, that if things change in the job market, now we're looking at rates coming down. So if the job market strength starts to subside, we can all assume that rates are likely going to be cut sooner than later. So we want to be paying attention to the jobless claims prints tomorrow. These are the things that you need to be looking for in clues as a trader. If you're going to be an event-driven trader or a news trader, you want to be paying attention to whether or not these types of things are going to be moving the market. So if we get an outlier print tomorrow for the jobless claims, will we actually see a strong reaction in the market? Well, then there's a good potential that we will. And if there is no reaction, if there is no sharp reaction, then there's a bluff there by the Fed. So, hey, thank you so much, Mike B, for the $2. Really appreciate you. Thank you. So that's Fed's Mester. We also heard from Fed's Collins. She did say that she notes elevated uncertainty as a continuing feature of the economy. I don't know if I'd call that a feature. That's a weird word to use. That's something like Steve Jobs introducing a new iPhone. It's like she's up there saying, hey, a new feature of the economy is uncertainty. Aren't you excited? It now comes with Uncertainty 2.0. And on the back end, we are introducing a new feature called Desperation, and consumers are going to love it. She did emphasize that the importance of not overreacting to any single data point is paramount right now for the Fed. She did stress that patience is crucial during this period of uncertainty, and she does believe that Fed policy is, quote, moderately restrictive with some impact still forthcoming. She did suggest that the neutral rate may be higher, at least in the medium term. Notice she didn't say high or long term. She said in the medium term. So again, kind of laying into, hey, we could still cut this year, but we're not sure. Medium term could be the second half of this year. It could be the first half of 2025. Who knows? It's a feature. It's a brand new feature in Economy 2.7 coming out soon. So yeah, that's Fed's Collins there. Those are the notes that I had from what she had to say. So that's kind of the news from yesterday and what we're kind of looking at here on the markets today. The big news, again, if you're just tuning in, is going to be Nvidia. Nvidia reporting after the bell. The options market is pricing in right now about an 80-point swing up or down. Now, the last time we had a projection like that was with Microsoft, but it was a very slight, not so lofty projection. We've had earnings projections not be so on the money here. So even though they're projecting 80 points, like I said, I could see this printing 1025 and higher, perhaps 1150. We do have options trading well over $2, I believe, in the 1100s. Let me just check the options chain here, actually, instead of assuming. But let me just see here. So the strikes for Nvidia, and I'm just talking about the ones that are expiring on Friday here. So the strikes for Nvidia are looking at 1100s are the ones I want to talk about. Yeah, see, 1100s are trading $3.70. 1150s are trading $1.52. If we're looking at that above $2 standpoint, we're looking at 1130s. 1130s are the lowest ones that you can trade for under 250 right now. So, and then if we're looking for puts to the downside here, the converse side of that coin is about 810, 815 to the downside. So I think that there is a good chance that we could see a boot, scoot, and rally. I'm super disappointed that we won't be able to trade it on Topstep, but there are some other funding firms that you potentially will be able to trade it on. But yeah, that's what I'm looking at today. We'll draw on the chart here in just a second. Make sure you drop a lucky like on the video here, folks. I'm going to take a quick little restroom break, and I'll be right back with you. And we are back. Did anybody try the, there's a question I saw. What was the code for Topstep X? $19. Did anybody see if the code's still working for that $19 promotion? The code was Topstep X with no spaces. Did anybody know if that's still working? I'm curious. Tried it yesterday. No dice. Gotcha. It worked yesterday. Let's see. Let me have a little gander on my end here. Click that link over here. Let's see. I'm curious. Select that. Dang thing doesn't want to work. Let's see. New code from the fire drill yesterday. That's right, they did a fire drill, so it probably doesn't work anymore if they did the fire drill. The heck is this thing? I have to do a CAPTCHA? They're making me do a CAPTCHA now. Oh, why do I have to sign in? Hold on. It's Rip's being a boomer right now. My God. Can't figure out anything here. Jeez Louise. Get it together, buddy. Fire drill, you weren't selected. Oh no. Let me see. All right, hold on. Hold the phone. Now I'm all logged back in here. So remember, there is no data coming out at 8:30. That's why I'm able to do this stuff right now. All right, try this again there. Okay, we're logged in. Topstep X. Have a promo code. Topstep X, one word. Oh, promo code has ended. Dang it. Well, there you go. There's your answer. So yeah, if you were lucky enough to take advantage of that, I just can't imagine that they're going to do that anytime soon. Rips, any updates on having 10 XFA accounts? So I was on Fast Markets yesterday, and I did notice that, I don't know if anybody else noticed this, or just me. Maybe I'm biased in my brain and what I'm thinking. But Island Mike kind of alluded to it. I don't know if anybody else noticed that, but he kind of alluded towards it and saying like, I don't know, did he say like a date or something? But he's like, oh, it's the thing that I hate talking about, and I really don't agree with it, but we're gonna do it, something like that. And I feel he didn't say it outwardly, but I heard a little, it was like a little tingles and jingles, right? So he said something. Okay, so June. All right. I trust Travis now, by the way. Travis, you're my good source of information. So anything that you say in here, I trust you. I believe you. So if he said something, he said June, I believe that it's going to be June, which, by the way, you folks realize this? Hold on a second. Did you know this? Did you know June is not this Saturday, but next Saturday? Can you believe that? What the heck happened? Oh, my goodness. All the kids are out of school. Oh, my goodness gracious. That's crazy, right? Dude is like, I can't believe it. Like, yeah, crazy. Well, so yeah, to answer your question, I know he talked about mobile, but he did say something about, it's something I hate to talk about. I don't really agree with. And I don't think that's going to be like anything other than multiple XFAs. So I don't know. Who knows if it ever happens, but I'd love that. I would personally love that. I know that Dakota has a differing opinion on copy trading, but I get comments too, still on YouTube, people saying, you hate copy trading. It's like, what are you talking about? I copy trade every morning. You crazy. I copy trade every single morning. I trade 3 XFAs. So the mobile app is coming soon when it's done. He originally jumped the gun on it, but if you've ever worked with developers, I mean, if you're a developer, you should know by now that you always want to tell the client 6 weeks over what the actual estimate is. So if it's going to come next week, you say, hey, it's going to be out in 7 weeks. And then you release it in 2 weeks and they go, wow, you beat expectations. It's amazing. So that's how that works. Yeah, you're a developer. So you get it. You understand, right? You don't just like copy trading on Apex. I don't trade on Apex. I trade on Topstep. If you have success trading on Apex, then trade on Apex. Who am I to tell you? You should. It's a free world, right? It's your world. We're all just kind of living in it here. We're all just kind of NPCs to your world. So if you want to copy trade on one of those other prop firms, then you ought to do it because that's your prerogative and it's your world, baby. So yeah, I trade on Topstep because I like trading on Topstep. I take regular payouts on Topstep. I enjoy their rules. I enjoy the environment. I enjoy their support. I love trading on them, and I love being an ambassador of their brand. It's fantastic. So yeah, I use Replicanto. By the way, if you want to check out Replicanto, there's a link that's going to pop in here. But I use Replicanto, and I like it because it's the cleanest copy trader out there, in my opinion. It's what I use. You might find one that's easier. Topstep X has a built-in copy trader. This is the one for NinjaTrader, Tradeovate. There's also Quantower has one built in, I'm pretty sure. There's a lot of them that have them built in. I mean, Tradeovate has one built in, but it doesn't allow you to copy ATM orders. So, I use Replicanto because I trade on Ninja. I'm exclusively trading on Ninja, right? Rips, why don't you ever copy trade in front of... I know, right? I only did it yesterday and then the day before and then the day before that. And then, by golly, the day before that, Morning, Rips. Which time frames, high time frame, low time frame do you use to trade? So I primarily trade on the 5 minute. I try to map out trades on the 15 minute, but a rule of thumb for me is this. If I'm mapping out trades on the 4 hour, I'm taking those trades on the 1 hour. If I'm mapping them out on the 1 hour, I'm taking those trades in the 15 minute. If I'm mapping them out on the 15 minute, I'm taking them in the 5. If I map it out on the 5 minute, I'm taking them in the 1 minute. So that's the time frames that I generally work with there. And I found that works best for my type of trading. If anyone uses AMP features, you can now trade on TradingView Mobile. What did they not have that before? I could have sworn that AMP has been on TradingView for a while. I had no idea. Thank you for that, Brian. I thought for sure that AMP has been on TradingView for a hot minute. I didn't know that. That's crazy. How many accounts can you copy trade on NinjaTrader Replicanto? As many as you want. I think the most that I ever traded was back when I did trade with one of those other firms. And I think I had like 40 accounts or something like that. I don't know. Something like 40 accounts. It was something like that. But yeah, there's no issue with copying. You can copy as many hundreds of accounts as you want. Replicanto has a lot of features and they're always updating it. In fact, they actually released an update this morning and they're always, I've never had any issues with it myself. It copies great. I've never had any problems getting out of positions. There's a flatten all button. It's fantastic. It's amazing. Is it cross-compatible? Say if you copy Topstep and Apex at once? Yes. You can copy everything all at once, whatever you want, whatever floats your boat, right? Did you know you can have 100? Yeah, you can have as many as you want there. My company is the only different one. They prefer to be honest and hard work and push the deadline, but yes, every other one performs under promise, over deliver. That's the secret, though. That's how you keep clients happy. Does Replicanto work on Tradeovate without linking to NinjaTrader? I don't think so. I would check their help thing right here. Let me see if I can find the link for you there, Sean. It's loading up here. But I think you have to go through NinjaTrader, but I'm not sure. Let me see if they have the knowledge base here. Where is this thing? Let me try to find this for you. But yeah, I'm not sure. I think you still have to use NinjaTrader to copy those Tradeovate accounts. I'm pretty sure. So here we go. Check it out right here. This is the knowledge center, so they might have it there. But yeah, I'm not sure how. I've never traded on Tradeovate myself. I'm not a Tradeovate person. So yeah. We are at 460 likes, folks, right here now. 460 likes. If you pump that up to, I will do a giveaway. I'm happy to give away another free Topstep Combine today. It's up to you, folks. If we get to, let's just call for 1,100 likes today. I know that YouTube says that there's only 96 people watching, but that's completely wrong right now. Obviously, YouTube's going through some issues right now. Got NinjaTrader last night to use the Tradeovate. It's necessary. Okay, good to know. Good to know. Very good to know there. Rips, if you have a combine in the profit and the rebuild date is coming up, do they reset it or do you get rebuild and continue at the same level in the combine? Great question. It's a common question too. So whenever you have a combine that is not blown, it will always remain at whatever number of balance, whatever the balance is. And that includes if you're in a drawdown. People make the assumption for some reason that if you are in a drawdown, that it's going to reset. If you're like $1 in drawdown, it's going to reset. That's not the case. It will only reset the account if it's blown. So if you're like $10 away from blowing the account and your rebuilt date comes, you're not going to reset the account. You won't get that free reset. So you really want to have, you can use your phone, set an alarm in your phone that says like 3 days before your rebuild date is coming up. Track that. It's in your Topstep dashboard. in your billing dashboard, and you can see when your rebill date is coming up. And if you have like $10 left in the account before it's blow the account, or at least map it out that you can get enough profit that you'd be able to pass the account in time and kind of YOLO the thing, because that's one of the worst things, right? That's one of the absolute worst things, is that you have an account that's like $50 from being blown out, and your rebill date comes, and then you don't get the free reset, and now you're sitting there and you have $50 left, and then you blow the account, and now you have to wait a whole nother month for your rebill. So yeah, just make sure that that's what you're doing there. Absolutely. Feel free, those types of questions too. Those are great in the main chat. It helps everybody out when you're asking the main chat for those things. Question: what are the green red lines in the chart? Which ones? On Bookmap or the hourly high and low? Because I see a blue and red one. Let's see. Anybody encounter the same issue as me? Bought a Topstep X combine, but unable to connect since then. 2 days now. Opened a ticket 24 hours ago. What are you trying? How are you trying to connect? Just on topstepx.com, right? Maybe just on topstepx.com. Yeah, it's just hourly high, hourly low. It's always been that. It's never going to change. I think one day we'll just probably end up doing this. We'll just take out the hourly high and hourly low, so we never get that question again. Should we do that? I know some people would love that. We could just, let's see here, visible. Does that do it? There we go. Hey, now we never get the question ever again. Literally ever. But that's no fun, right? It's not a day without that question, right? It's not. No, we'll put it back on. I like having the hourly high and low. Where are the lines? No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. But yeah, they should have something similar coming out. Shady lady. They should have something coming out pretty soon for an indicator for Topstep X, because I talked to them about that. Actually, I said, people ask me all the time about this hourly high and low thing. I think it might be a good indicator to have on there, but we'll see. We'll have to see. I only trade on NinjaTrader, so I'd have no choice but to buy Apex deal. What do you mean? Missed your earlier question. Hi, Ribs. Quick question. Why does Topstep allow live funded traders like you to keep trading XFAs, or they have to pay you out of their pocket? What's the business there? I don't know. I don't actually work for Topstep. But the thing that I know is that when they have good traders, they actually copy trade them. And so that if I'm trading in my XFAs, they'll actually have an algorithm that copies my trades into a live account and takes the alpha from those trades. Now, if you have like a trader that's not a good trader and not producing alpha, they're going to fade those traders, and they have, a way to fade that algorithm and fade those traders. So, just because I'm trading in an XFA, then, it doesn't mean that they can't make money off of it just by copying their trades, So hopefully that answers your question there. What was your name? Javs. No, but they seem to have the main clearinghouse is domain Philip Dorman. Yeah, Dorman. Yeah, that's who my live account is under. Dorman is who my live account is under. So yeah, my live account right now, balance is not so hot. Balance is under $10,000 right now. So I'm trying to pump that up with XFAs, and right now I actively have 3 XFAs. They would be really easy to pump up that balance. Well, I wouldn't say really easy, but I think it'd be a little bit interesting to see what I could get that balance to if we had more XFAs to trade. Be fun. So it's not the Goldman interns who are running my stops. It's the Topstep interns. Yeah, exactly. They're all out to get everybody. That's what it is. How does the pump up balance from XFAs to live work? So in the same way that if you didn't have a live account, if you're trading on XFAs and you're a decent trader and they think that you can make the firm money, they will move you from XFA over to live. So if I'm producing money on my XFA in the same way that they would have called those up to live, they just transfer the balance over from the XFA to the live. Let's see. Channel activity here. I wonder, do you know, I'm just curious, does anybody know if this person has any questions here? Does anybody have any idea? I'm curious. Does anybody know if this person has any questions? Anybody know? I'm curious. Does this person have any questions here? Because I feel like they're not even asking a single question. So we're just, I don't think they're asking a single question here. So we'll just let that be. We'll just let that be. I think they want to know about a 4-bar reversal or maybe a 2-bar reversal. Maybe we can cover that at another lesson there. What? Oh, goodness. Can you explain how to get reverse trunk at a bar? That would be new to me. I don't know. That's definitely a new one to me. Oh, goodness gracious. I think, honestly, if they were able to repeat the question, then I could probably answer it. It's just funny because I'm sitting here chatting, reading through all the questions. It's literally every 2 lines. Copy paste, copy paste, copy paste. Yeah, if you would have asked just one more time, then I would have answered your question. But you didn't ask enough times. You have to, copy paste a lot faster there. Yeah, imagine if they pasted that in the Google search bar instead. Ribs, what pumped NQ at 630 up 1,700 on that bump was 1,000 in the red, but averaged down. Wait, you dollar cost averaging, Jeff? You can't do that. You're not allowed to do that. What time here? 6:30. Let's see. Oh, the MBA mortgage pump. I mean, it was basically Nvidia caught a bid there, and the MBA mortgage applications came out, and there was a lot of people that were short, and it kind of squoze into that there. So you're talking about this right here. We had a bunch of folks that were, heavy short into this, and then we had a lot of algorithms turn on at 7 o'clock, and that paired with the mortgage applications just gave us a little squeeze, and then people were off sides, and all the people that were short got blown out there, and Nvidia caught a pump, Nvidia caught a bid. So kind of what happened there. Trying to figure this out. What is the dollar amount traded daily on NASDAQ? You should be able to find that information at the CME website. Let's see. Right here. So we go to the CME's website, and we can find that right here. We can find yesterday's total volume, the total volume for whatever date you want. You figure that out right here. There's the total volume right there, and you can calculate that, and there you go. It's from the CME's website. I'll send that to you right here. There you go. So that was reported and updated every single day. That was for, boom, boom, boom. Who was that for? Vibe Trade. Good to see you, buddy. Hey, Ribs, is the CEO of NQ. What's up, Nick Ritzik? Good to see you here, buddy. Yeah, it's so funny. You know what's, and this is like dead serious. Every single time I look over at Nvidia, I was doing this yesterday when I was streaming. I was like, oh yeah, so NASDAQ over here is pushing up. I was like, no, it's Nvidia. But yeah, they might as well call that the NASDAQ. But yeah, it's CEO Jensen Huang. I'm of the belief that, it's going to be a crazy pump. And imagine if they announced a stock split. It would be insane. And I know that it's not a big deal. It's a stock split, but it makes it more attractive to investors. But I don't know. We'll see. I'm very, very bullish on things. I'm happy to be wrong tomorrow. I'm happy to show up tomorrow for tomorrow's Thursday stream for jobless claims and come back here and say, oh, I was wrong. It's trading 800s, or maybe it's back at 900s by tomorrow's open. We'll see. But I said the same thing on Monday's fast markets. The only thing that matters is today and tomorrow. Yeah. And Friday as well. Friday, jobless claims tomorrow is going to be very, very important, especially with what, who was it? Was it Mester that said, I was talking about her this morning. It was, it was Mester. Yeah. Especially with what Mester had been saying yesterday. And so, tomorrow's jobless claim is going to be very, very important. But also, I think that the University of Michigan final sentiment read for May is going to be important because we get the 1-year inflation and then the 5 to 10 year inflation outlook. Imagine if we had an outlier print on the 1 year and the 5 to 10 year, things would get crazy, especially on that 1-year inflation outlook. It would get pretty wild. So we'll have to see for that. But yeah, you're on the ticket there. I think today the run up to earnings could be something to trade. Tomorrow, the afterglow paired with the jobless claims. And then on Friday, it's a reverse of what we saw last week, where Friday was kind of the nothing burger, but it was Mopex Friday. Mopex Friday was kind of just, whatever. It wasn't that great. Last Nvidia earnings pumped all night. Hopefully, it'll still run into Asian like last time. Usually by the time market opens at 6, earnings volume died out. Yeah. So we can see Carl Hungus. It wasn't yesterday. It was Mesterday. That's good. I mean, that's some top tier dad jokes right there. It wasn't yesterday. It was Mesterday. How do you spot iceberg orders, or do you even pay attention to those orders? So there's two ways you can do this, Tommy G. There's a plugin for Bookmap where you can actually get the iceberg orders directly from the CME, where it spots the beginning of an iceberg and tells you when the iceberg is over. Or you can use old-fashioned tape reading, which is the method that I use. And you can kind of just watch for a level to trade. And if it doesn't break through that level, then you know that, well, there's an iceberg there. For instance, let's just look up here at the order book. Go to Bookmap over here. So right now we are pretty close to a whole number here. We're pretty close to that 800 level. For some reason, there's not a lot of liquidity at 800s even, which is strange. But you can see there's folks running at 799 and a half there, 24 contracts. Let's just say that we pushed into that and somebody was buying into that, and we had 200 orders go off at 799 and a half. I only see 24 in the book right there, right? 24 on the offer. If we print 200 into there and it doesn't move, you can assume that there's an iceberg there. So that is one way that you can spot them. The other way would be using the iceberg add-on. I'll show you what that looks like here. Let me enable that really quickly here, just so you can see. Get the icebergs on the chart. There you go. So those are stops and icebergs. You can see there's a 20 lot iceberg there, 4 lot iceberg there, and etc. There's a little iceberg right there. Yeah, so there you can see it. That's an add-on for Bookmap if you want to see icebergs and stops in real time. I like reading it the old-fashioned way. Yeah, you do need MBO data. That is correct. You do need the MBO data there. As someone who built OpenGL, software devs these days know nothing about the actual hardware. Wow, did you really, Essie? You actually built OpenGL? That's insane. I mean, are we talking, OpenGL games? I thought you were talking about the actual architecture. OpenGL, I mean, doesn't that go back all the way to like Voodoo cards and 3DFX cards? Doesn't that go all the way back then? Wasn't OpenGL framework originally built for like Voodoo cards and 3DFX cards, or am I just completely wrong on that? Glide, that's right. It was Glide. Thank you. That's right. Yeah, that's crazy. OpenGL, TNT, good old Ace. What was it? MSI or what? Who did the TNT cards? It was the red logo. Gosh, what was it? Now I'm drawing a blank. Yeah, OpenGL does take me back there. Voodoo too. Yeah, was it AMD doing TNT? No, it was a red logo. It was ATI. Thank you, ATI. Thank you, ATI. Everyone's saying AMD because that's what I was thinking too. Oh, Tommy G, thank you. That's really sweet. Tommy G with a $10 donation. Really, really appreciate you, Tommy. Thank you so much. There you go. SLI 12 megabyte Voodoo 2. What was the, you remember when Half-Life 1 first came out? That demanded like a really decent card for that. That was crazy, right? That was, 3DFX cards were the wave though, I'm telling you. That was like awesome when those first came out. I'd go to Fry's Electronics or Micro Center, whatever it was. Yeah, Quake 1 on Glide, that's right. Oh my goodness. Yeah, that was like stunning technology. All right, so we are pushing up a little bit here. Let's go over to the charts here and look at what we're, or at least what I was seeing. I wanted to draw this inefficiency that we had betwixt here, and we might have actually repainted in exactly to 50%, did we? Oh, by golly, we missed that. So yeah, I was looking at that. I was actually hoping that we were going to fill in down here to this bullish order block down here. I was actually hoping that we were going to push into that, but you know, not today. And you know what's funny is that this is a perfect area for us to be drawing down into liquidity because we did it here. We did it right here. We did it right there. And obviously we had that tumble, but yeah, that would have been a nice little rejection there. That's why I was drawing that. I realized it looked like something else. What brand of headphones do you have? These are Audio Technica. That's right. These are Audio Technica. Mentioned that 50% of 15 minute before. See, Joe, you saw it? Yeah. I meant to draw it like first thing, but we got away from ourselves here. We got away from talking about the market stuff, but yeah. Counter-Strike match. I played the beta of Counter-Strike. That was a lot of fun. Back when it was on dial-up, I didn't have cable modem back then or whatever it was. Yeah, cable. Breeden speaking right now. Let me see. Not seeing anything in the way of speakers right now, but we are pushing up here. So what I'd like to see ideally would be a clear out over of this level here. So I'd like to see this pushing up and over 804. See if we can get a trade going off over here. Let's see where we're at. And we have room up to that 825-ish area up there. But yeah, it looks like Nvidia's running now too. And Nvidia's just breaking over yesterday's pre-market highs, which was, let's see here, 956.70. Yeah, we just broke above yesterday's pre-market high in Nvidia. So this is a big inflection point in Nvidia. So if we took out these highs here, we could potentially run. I'd love to see a nice little pullback back to below 800s here in the S&P, or sorry, in the NASDAQ here. That'd be wonderful. Yeah, I see that. Google is dumping. Google is weighted for the NQ, but yeah, Google dumping a little bit, going down about $1 here. Meta and Microsoft still remaining kind of propped up here. Nvidia looking to have a potential breakout. Amazon's actually strong today. It is recouping yesterday's losses. It's actually trading above yesterday's pre-market midpoint levels. Yesterday's pre-market high was 184.43. Why don't we do a poll in here, folks? Make sure you drop a like on the video. When we get to 1,100 likes, we will do a giveaway. 1,100 likes is the benchmark today. Let's see here. Let's do it on Nvidia, because I'm curious what you folks think about Nvidia. Should we do it on Nvidia or NQ? Let's do this quick poll first. NQ or Nvidia poll? Let's do this first. NQ, Nvidia. All right, this is gonna run for like a minute. Pick which poll that you want to do, because I'm curious about what you folks want to be voting on here. Right now, it still says we only have 158 people watching, but we have way more than that. We probably have about 2,000 people watching. Same thing, no, yeah. You're not wrong. All right, overwhelmingly NQ here, so let's do this. And the poll. All right. Here we go. Will the NQ end the session? Well, let's say end the trading day. So this is going to be at what? Trading day ends at 5 p.m., right? And the trading day above or below, and we'll say 18,825. Okay, above, below. Okay, here we go. So let's see what the answers are, folks. Will NQ end the trading day above or below 18,825? Keep in mind we're trading 18,803 right now, so we are below that number. Keep that in mind. How often is the room correct? Actually, we've been spot on in here. The community's been very, very close to being almost 100% right every single time. So, I mean, you folks have been on fire, like way on fire here. Hey, Ribs, tell me where to buy this indicator if you don't mind. Which one? The hourly high and low? It's a custom indicator. Listen, I'd hate to say this, but it is available in Clubhouse for free. But that should not be why you're coming in here. That should not be why you're joining the Discord. It's an hourly high and low indicator. You can create Danchin channels that do the exact same thing. It does nothing, right? This is not it's just an hourly high and low. It literally does nothing. Dude, get out of here. Don't say that. Back to back, dude and Mixter. Only come in here if you want a 3-bar reversal indicator. Whew. Okay. Custom indicator. No news. I would expect price stay in the same range from premium to discount. Maybe, but the run up to earnings is a real thing. And if people are going crazy buying calls, people are lazy and they don't want to do a lot of work. And so people will wait the day of earnings to buy, options contracts. We're going to see that pretty early on. If we see an influx of equity volume in Nvidia, it's going to be due to people going crazy in options volume, right? Buy the rumor, sell the news. We may see a run up. Maybe we buy the run up, ride the run up, and buy more of the run up tomorrow. Can keep going. Epic Gamer. Trading Views, new volume footprint candles along with their TPO chart is a game changer for me. Nice, Tommy. I have yet to really explore the footprint charts in Trading View, but I've heard it's been really, really nice, right? Dustin. Oh, goodness. How much for that indicator showing the gray up and down lines? What's the gray up and down lines? Now we're kidding me. What is the gray up and down lines? Nvidia options are crazy expensive. Yeah, if you look at like I was saying earlier, let's just see. If the 1200 strike is over $1, I mean, I'm not going to be surprised, but that's something to behold, right? I just want to check again. Are the 1200 strikes over $1? Because that is crazy town. Let's see. 1200 strikes are pretty close. 77 cents on the ask. So the gray period separators. All right. This is built in a NinjaTrader. That's built in a NinjaTrader. Now you're messing with me. That's grid lines on NinjaTrader. Come on. Come on. Are you trolling me? I don't believe you. So yeah, like I said, if you wanted $1, you're paying $1 for 1180s. On the downside, you're paying $1 for 790s. So it's a big range, right? It's a big range. What are the red and green bars? Is that an indicator? How do I get price indicating on my chart? I'll pay a good money for that one. How do I get those bars to show up? Those look pretty. I want to put on a trade here. I think we're going to have to wait for 9 a.m. though. Once 9 a.m. comes and goes, then I think we'll have a good inclination here. By the way, get those likes up. We're at 775 likes right now. We get to 1,100 likes. We will do a giveaway for a free Topstep combine. Everybody who goes into Topstep TV stream and is screaming fire drill, and then they do like a discount or something. Hey, it's great. I love discounts. Fantastic. But I'm giving away a free Topstep combine. You can't beat that, right? You want a free Topstep combine? No better place to be. Money isn't real. Where can I find the indicator indicating I have an indicator? That's yet to come out. It's still in beta right now. It will be coming soon. What is the blue thing that this is a bar timer? That is, again, I'm going to stop using custom indicators. I tell you what, it's just too much. It's too much. All right, we are pushing up here. So back to the charts, back to serious business over here. So we're trading above 805s. If we're trading above 805s here, we could potentially see a breakout. This is where the shelf of liquidity kind of ends, though. So it is a very precarious area for the market. We also are seeing a lot of thicker offers back on the way up here, which is not ideal for a market to just kind of keep on moving here. You'd like to see lighter offers, so people are kind of selling into this move, but it can make the case that we could see a little bit of a squeeze. The problem is that we've already come out of this valley of despair that we've created right here, right? So we're already out of the valley of despair. All of these shorts that were in the market have presumably been blown out here. And then anybody who's piling short is currently getting blown out here. Obviously, there's still going to be some shorts that are into this move, but for the most part, a lot of them have capitulated and gone out of their shorts by this point. Hey, Ride the Watermelon. Nice job taking a payout, getting paid. Love to see that. Way to go there, buddy. Ride the Watermelon's been doing some awesome play-by-play over in Trade Ideas. If you folks have never visited the Trade Ideas channel, discount with some hot off-the-press trade ideas as well. And Luna, look at that. We also have our Trade Find a Buddy channel in here now, which is fantastic. But congratulations there, Watermelon, on your payout. Give it up, folks. That is awesome. You have my money? Oh, great film. Great film. Hey, Rip, serious question now. What are your thoughts, experience on tick charts? I used to use a 333 tick chart, a 500 tick chart, 1,000 tick chart, 2,000 tick chart. Long and the short of it is that I don't trade with a lot of the same stuff that I used to trade because I feel that the way that my understanding of the market has adapted and changed throughout the years. And so the way that my brain perceives the market is exactly what you're seeing right now, where Bookmap speaks to me really, really well. Having a 15-minute bar chart on my screen speaks to me really, really well. And executing on a 5-minute regular old candlestick chart speaks to me really, really well. But in the past, I traded off of a TPO. I traded off of a footprint. I used time and sales, only time and sales. I didn't have any kind of visual representation like I do on Bookmap. And it was a lot of overdrive for my brain. And now I found a way where I can still kind of perceive what I used to in a way where this just works best for me now. Now, what's unique about that is that what works for me may not work for you, and what works for you may never work for me. And everybody's different in the way that we perceive information. There's some people who are oral learners who can hear things and pick things up. They don't have to see it. There's some people who are visual learners who have to see something to understand it. There's a tool called Tick Strike that's extremely popular. I don't use it, but it represents, kind of the order flow and how hot and heavy it's coming into the market. I perceive that just by watching time and sales, and because I'm a visual person. But this goes back to, some people are audio learners, oral learners, and they like to hear and versus see things. So everybody's different. You want to just keep testing things that work for you. In fact, I tell this story a lot, but I used to have so many dang indicators on my chart, I could barely see the underlying price. And I loved it. They were super colorful, and it looked like how it did in the movies, right? When I first started actively trading, I was terrible at it. And, I can still argue that I'm terrible at actively trading, but still, I had a bunch of indicators on my chart and I could barely see the underlying price, but it looked cool and it looked like I was a trader and it felt like I was a trader because all these things were moving around and I had this crossover over here and I had this indicator lighting up and this thing blinking at me, and it felt cool. It felt right. And it was terrible. I couldn't even do anything with it. And I thought it was helpful. And I was having indicators that were giving signals to do this. And this indicator was saying, no, do this. And yeah, there you go. Matthew said a kaleidoscope of information. But yeah, it's just, you find where you fit in, and it's a journey, right? You find where you like things, and some people really do like tick charts. Dakota uses a tick chart, for instance. But is it going to be the magic bullet to your trading? Probably not. The magic bullet to trading is spending a lot of time doing this and your implicit memory picking up on all of these different patterns. That's really something that you can't rush. And that's why when anybody asks, I get DMs all the time like, oh, hey, will I become a better trader if I join in Market Clubhouse? No, definitely not. I will never make that promise. But you'll be surrounded by like-minded people who are all, they all have the same mission where they want to become better traders, and we're super supportive of one another. But will you become a better trader just by being in here? You're going to surround yourself with decent traders. You're probably going to surround yourself with a couple people who are further along on their journey than maybe that you are. But is it going to be a magic bullet to your trading where all of a sudden overnight you're going to be a success? No, of course not. And that goes for any kind of group you're going to join, any kind of course you're going to buy, any kind of YouTube video you're going to watch, any kind of study you're going to have, any kind of person you're going to be around. It's time and experience in the market that shapes everything. And, for me, I was able to finance my trading through successful business ventures. And that was a good and a bad thing. It gave me basically an endless amount of equity that I could keep throwing into the market, but it also hindered me because I didn't have respect for the money that I later gained from putting in money and losing money and putting in money and losing money. And I said, if I keep on doing this is just a huge waste I'm just lighting money on fire. It's a huge waste of money. And then, gaining respect for the money and saying, okay, well, if I respect the money, I treat it a little bit differently here. And it's not just, I'm treating it like a tool to blow, then you can reshape your mindset on things. And that's what helped me personally. But going through the pain of losing and going through the pain of the struggle and not being able to figure things out, all of that frustration drove me to try to be a better trader at least. And without going through that, you don't learn all of these things. So there's no indicator, there's no chart that you're going to watch, there's no specific thing that you're going to go through that all of a sudden, it clicks. Like Bookmap, for instance. Bookmap, it took me like a year of reading Bookmap every single day before I started to really get some actual good signals from it. And I use signals kind of lightly. I kind of paused on using that word, but I looked at Bookmap as a tool to take what I had perceived from before and apply it in a way that I didn't have to commit so much to my memory. And so it's a mix of all of these things to being more successful in your trading. If you're trying to rush the process, if you're trying to get this all done overnight, you're going to have a very difficult time doing it. I wanted to rush things, and every single time I pushed harder, the market pushed back on me even harder, and I would give back profit after profit after profit, and it would be a horrible thing. So you ought to be very slow in your journey. If you're looking for the magic bullet, and you're looking for the magic indicator, the magic chart, or whatever it is, it doesn't exist. But you should be always adapting how you're perceiving the market until you find something that feels comfortable, right? For instance, if you don't like bar charts, maybe try a different type of a Helsinki, Ashkenazi, or whatever. That's it. All those other things, right? Those Helsinki charts and all the other things. And, you could do a line chart. You could do a volume candle chart. You could do a footprint, a TPO. You could do, reading an order flow chart. There's all sorts of different things that you can read, but find something that speaks to your mind. And just because somebody that you like is doing it doesn't mean that it's going to speak to your mind, because we're all unique, different characters, right? Or creatures of habit. And, we're all different, right? We're all very, very different in the way that we think and the way that we perceive information. If you perceive information in the same way I do, then there's a good chance that the way that I have the data all set up probably would work for you. But you have to be perceptive to the data in the same way that my brain perceives the data coming into the market. And that's the only way I think it will work for you. So it's worthwhile trying to peel certain pieces of somebody's setup or what tools that they're using, but don't look at it as like the end game, right? If one of your favorite traders, like Dakota is one of my favorite traders, he uses a tick chart. I used to use a tick chart. I probably will never use a tick chart ever again, but it works so well for him in the way that he perceives the market. But there's a lesson there, right? I have a total trader crush on the guy because he's a fabulous trader, but I'm not going to use the tools that he uses because my mind doesn't perceive the market in that way. Is it the missing piece to my trade? Maybe it is. But the point is that what works for me is usually never going to work for you. What works for somebody else is usually never going to work for you. But keep adapting, keep looking for things, try to find something that makes it feel good, right? You perceive the market on a certain style chart, on a way of perceiving the market, and hey, that feels good, right? That's what you're aiming for. Aim for something because this is going to be, you're spending a lot of time doing this, right? This journey is very, 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 very long. It's a lifelong journey, right? So find something where you're waking up in the mornings or whenever you're starting to trade, afternoons, wherever you are in the world. Do something where you're excited to come and look at these representations of these datas, right? So if you're looking at a chart and it's giving you anxiety, maybe change the way that you're perceiving that data. Change the different types of chart that you're looking at, or trade a different instrument. Find a way where you're excited to do this, where you're happy to do this. Because if you're not and you're looking for like, okay, I'd rather be doing this and clicking these stupid buttons than whatever it is, and you don't have a love for it, well, you're probably not going to last all that long in it. So am I on Topstep TV live today? No. I'm on Tuesdays. That's when I go on Topstep TV every Tuesday. And we're trying to get it locked down where every Tuesday it's with Coach Dakota as well. I like TPO with volume profile for the bigger picture and order flow to scalp with that picture. Yeah, that's great. Everybody's different, right? Everybody perceives it different. It's all about what works for you. So we are pushing up a little bit here, but it's slow. We might have to wait for the market open. It's just moving so dang slow. And Nvidia is doing that breakout thing that we really, really like. If we're looking for this to the long side here. So yeah, and you can see right down here, this is what algorithms look like. This is their footprint left behind. But this is just a market making algorithm, and you can see they shut it off once this liquidity started to come in. Well, they may have not shut it off. We might see this continue to gap up here, but yeah, we're seeing that little breakout now. Let's see if we can have any kind of pullback. Looking for this to not be a failed breakout here, and probably auction back into that range of, 15 to 24-ish. But right now we are having a nice breakout there, and we are seeing Nvidia look for 960s here. So I'm looking for any kind of pullback, really, because we're just continuing to squeeze here. For how much pain trading has given me in the past, I love it more than most things in life. Yeah, and that's the thing, is that most people, they experience the pain and they're just like, you know what, forget it. I'm not into it. Rip, serious question. How can we get our families on board with trading as a way to make a living? My wife is supportive, but everyone else is negative. If your wife is supportive, then great. Is it your kids that aren't supportive? Who's not supportive in this scenario? If your wife is supportive, that should be it, right? Who else is left? Like, if your wife is on board, that's really the only person that you need left, right? Don't tell them. No, don't do that. Yeah, kids don't matter. Yeah. Forget the kids. No, don't tell them is bad advice. You should always be transparent about your trading journey. It's now looking like a failed breakout, by the way. We're watching here on Bookmap. Make enough to support your family. I mean, it's a tall order. It's a very tall order there. Who cares? You say, get out of here. The only one that should be supportive of doing trading is you. Yeah, I agree with that a little bit. But you know, it's not something like you don't want to be trading and then hiding that from your significant other. That's a big recipe for disaster. I've always been forthcoming with my wife about my trading journey every single step of the way. I mean, the lowest lows, the highest highs, like every single step of the way. It's never like, you know, you make a bunch of money. You're like, oh, I don't know. It is just another trading day. But some people disagree with that, right? Some people just say keeping it to yourself and, you know, all that stuff. But I think you should always be forthcoming because you don't need to be high. Like if you're able to lie to the people around you, you're probably going to lie to yourself about trading. And I lied to myself a lot about trading. I was always like, oh, it's the market's fault. Oh, I don't need to stop here. I don't need to be doing this. It was all lies. So yeah, try to be forthcoming. Try to be honest in every aspect there. Hoping to teach my 14-year-old daughter with micros. That's awesome. Do the practice account. See if she could slice it up on you could do TradingView. It does a paper trading account. That'd be great. Get them started early. I love that. Is this Bookmap update? This is 7.5. It's the latest version of Bookmap. I love it too, by the way. I've been living double for 3 years, trading in secret, almost like Spider-Man. Oh my goodness, that's crazy. TradingView paper trading needs some limitations. Why? What's the limitations there? My cat is a horrible listener. I brought one of my cats on stream yesterday. That was fun. 8-year-old has learned to trade on TradingView paper account. She will sit and watch me and play games next to me while I trade. Yeah, I'm from the camp that you should only be having your kids trading if they actually enjoy it, right? Don't be like, you sit down, you trade, you make dad proud. You get in your chair and trade right now. They're like, Dad, I don't want to be doing this right now. I didn't hear the bell. We trade till close in this house. Yeah, that would be kind of weird, huh? My 14-year-old daughter is actually better than me at trading. She loves it. Yeah. Yeah, you better hit that TP. Oh man, I'm completely transparent with my wife about trading. Prop firms really make it budget friendly. It's very true, yeah. And they give you a practice account. You're not forced to trade on that combine account. So here's the thing. Here's the other thing. Think about this. Let's just say that you have the unfortunate luck where you end up blowing a combine. You can trade on the practice account for the rest of the month. You don't need to go resetting or buying new combines. Trade on the practice account and prove to yourself that you can make it happen on the practice account. If you're actually making it happen on the practice account, then maybe consider a reset. You know, I get DMs on like Instagram, people saying like, oh, I'm done. I've gone through 10 combines this month and I can't make it work. It's like, how about we go through one and then we switch over to a practice account and then we trade on the practice account? Like, what's the hurry? Slow it down. Like, geez, you act like trading's going to go away tomorrow or something. It's crazy. Does Topstep allow trading during the news events? Yes, 100%. We are coming down below 800s here. So we did have that little tickle, failed breakout upside. Nvidia's coming back down to earth. So we'll have to see. Does the market open bring us? You know what I'd really like to see here is a bunch of shorts getting collected. So what was interesting is that here you can see, you know, on the order flow over here, there's just a lot of shorts piling in. So do we release the Kraken and then get some more shorts piling in, then send it higher? Let's see. What's the total cost of your Bookmap setup? Probably... I don't know, 300 something a month, but you don't have to do that. You can get the lifetime Bookmap where you don't have to pay monthly anymore. If you get the cheapest amount, I think the monthly is what, like $60, and then you add in data. It's like, no, it's $50, right? $50. I don't know. All in, it's like $80 at the cheapest level. All in is like $80, $40 a month for CME data, and then like $39 or $40 for Bookmap, depending on it. We have a deal. We have a deal with Bookmap where you get 20% off. I think the coupon code is MC20. MC20 is the coupon code. I bought a barrel of oil and been trying to sell it on the market, but it's very difficult. Sell it on MySpace. You have a lot more luck. That's what I always do. Whenever I get shipped an extra barrel of oil, I go on the MySpace marketplace. Or LiveJournal is really good too. Check out LiveJournal's marketplace. Very, very good spot to unload barrels of oil. Very, very good. Tick Trader gives Bookmap account for $30 or something. Interesting. That's cool. Very, very nice. Is LiveJournal still around, by the way? Goodness. Wait, LiveJournal's Gen X? I feel like LiveJournal was like Gen Z. Like those are kids that were using that. Come on. Wait for 10:30. Inventories might be a good time to buy. Yeah, we have the what is it, API or DOE today? DOE, yeah. DOE crude inventories out at 10:30 today. So vlogging on blocks. There you go. Fun fact: kids love barrels of oil. So do ducks. Yep, that's true. Yep, seen that in a Dawn commercial for soap. They love that stuff. Can't wait for the web version of Bookmap. That is coming. Am I Gen X or millennial? Definitely not a millennial. No. So what do we think? Let's see the poll here. We have 1,000 votes, so I'm going to end it right now. We are about... How many likes do we have? We have 887. We're very close. I'd love to do a giveaway before the market opens. By the way, we have the market opening about 18 minutes here. I'd love to do the giveaway if we get it up to... I mean, it only shows 1,000 folks watching here, but I bet you we have like 3,000 by now. But if we get the likes up to 1,100, we'll do a giveaway. It's going to be for a free Topstep combine. Free Topstep combine, no strings attached. You don't have to have an active combine. You don't have to have... All you need is a Topstep account. You don't have to have purchased a combine or anything in the past, but just... As long as you're registered with Topstep, you have a Topstep account, you are good to go for that giveaway there. Does Bookmap run on Linux? Good question. They have a Mac platform. I don't know if they have a Linux platform. Let me see here. I'm curious about that. They should, right? It's very resource. Well, it's gotten better over the years, but boy, when it first came out, it was very, very resource intensive. Very, very resource intensive. It was insane. Let's see. Webinar Bookmap is coming. It's coming along. It is definitely coming along. Let's see here. What is the deal with the download here? Their website leaves a little bit to be desired. 100% Linux and works great. Okay, there you go. Yes, thank you. Thank you, Deviate. Thank you for answering our question there. Saves me some time. So yeah, it is available on Linux. Do a Bookmap subscription giveaway. Maybe we can do that. So I spoke with the folks over at Bookmap. We're going to be doing some fun webinars together, talking about all of the cool, more hidden features that people don't actually really know about. For instance, one of the cool features is that you can actually see real stop orders being printed with an overlay or even down in the subchart. But you can actually see stop orders, real stop orders from the CME where they're actually reporting this is a real stop order. This is a stop order that's hitting the market. And they signify that that is an actual stop order that's hitting the market, and you can actually see that, which is cool. Same thing with icebergs. So very, very cool. Yep, MBO, exactly right. Is the free combine free until you pass, or is it only good for a month? Ooh, good question. I'm guessing it's probably only for 1 month. That's what I'm guessing, right? That's what I think. Why is Dakota against copy trading? I don't think he is. I don't think he's against it. I think that he is against like crazy copy trading, like, 20 plus accounts. I don't know. You'd have to ask him. He'll be on Slow Markets tonight, which, by the way, I'm going to be joining Coach Dakota on Slow Markets tonight. I'm definitely going to have to hit a nice couch nap before we end up doing that, because I'm already exhausted. Dakota trades in his live account. Yeah, he does, but he could trade in XFAs. He could trade in 3 XFAs if he wanted to. There's nobody stopping him. Yeah, so I'll be doing some Slow Markets with Coach Dakota tonight. Maybe see if I can get some trades on. It'll be great because it's not going to be exactly Slow Markets. Oh, you know what? It's going to be like Afterglow Markets with Coach Dakota. I didn't even think about this. I didn't even plan this. This is crazy. This is all just hitting me right now. This is how slow I am this morning. I need some Celsius here. Hold on 1 second. So Nvidia reports after the bell today, and then I get to trade Slow Markets with Coach Dakota. My goodness, this is going to be a big one. Let's try to break some records tonight, by the way. It would be so cool if we could get over 2,000 live viewers on the Topstep TV stream for Slow Markets. Let's try to do that. I didn't even think about that. We're going to be trading the Afterglow. So it's going to be, instead of Slow Markets, it's going to be Afterglow Markets. It's going to be awesome. Yeah, it's not going to be slow at all. So it's going to be awesome. Dave, get out of here. Does the giveaway include the activation fee? Not for the XFA. No, not for the XFA. We are, by the way, 85 likes away. 85 likes away. So close. What time does he start New York time? 9 p.m. McNasty. 9 p.m. New York time. Sorry for resending this, but hey, Rips, new here. Any resource for learning momentum trading? Also, do you mind explaining the indicator using on NinjaTrader? It's just hourly high and low. Momentum trading, tune in here every single morning, Monday through Friday. That's the style I primarily trade, but your best case scenario is going to be trading on a paper account. Trading on a paper account and learning how things go with momentum. Learn by doing, you know. It's going to be a banger. I already have a meme for the slow markets. Yes, perfect. I can't wait, Carl. Can't wait to see that. Slow markets is on Topstep TV. Well, I guess that explains why I couldn't find it on the Discord. Yes, long game. It is. It's on their YouTube channel. So let's try to blow it up tonight. Let's try to get to 2,000 viewers there tonight. That'll be a lot of fun. Yeah, we're looking for 1,100 to Family Griffin. 9 p.m. EST. There you go. 9 p.m. EST. Hey, Rips. Dakota made a PDF of the schedule last night. If you're willing to do the same, I want to know. Crack. Yeah, I mean, I have it a little bit in the psychology webinar, but wouldn't be opposed to putting that out there. Rips, I want a bot every time you answer the hourly question. We can mark it up. We could do. I might do that starting tomorrow. Have like a little a counter right around somewhere here, like a hourly high-low counter question there. That could be fun. Dakota Doc is great. Yeah, it was great for him to release that. Ferrari Phil, good to see you. I think you're new here. Going to be a late night for you, Rips. Get a Celsius IV going. I'm going to hit a couch nap. I'll tell you what. Before I go on live, I'm going to hit a massive couch nap. So, what are we at? We had 13 more minutes. So we may be able to do the giveaway. We'll probably do it after we do some trades here off the open. Which, by the way, we dipped down. We found some bids. Still like the market long here. I'd just like a nice flush off the open. It'd be so nice to catch a little flushacito off the open here. So the account balances that I have for the two combines that I'm going to be trading today are $154,000. So those could potentially be passed today and added to the bench, but maybe I'll trade XFAs today. We'll see. I was all juiced on trading XFAs until I realized that Nvidia's reporting at 420. So we'll see. I don't know. We'll see. We'll have to see. Hey, Rips, what are Oh, Jesse. When Dakota YouTube channel. I don't think he's ever going to do one. And I can't say that it's a lot of work. It is a lot of work to do a YouTube channel. A lot of work. Looks all fun and games, but it is a lot of work. Ribs, is Market Clubhouse open? People who bought the special? What's the special? I don't know what the special is. What's the special? You're going to have to lay into me on that one. How do you figure out when a rush liquidity is coming? When we have liquidity injections, there's a certain time when we have algorithms that are turning on. So like 9:25, we should see one. 9:30, obviously, we have a lot of order matching going on. The $19 special, I mean, that's completely different. I mean, that's a completely different thing. But you're more than welcome to check it out here. Right here. There you go. More than welcome. Nightbot's going to hook you up with a link. More than welcome to check it out for 7 days. It's practice. There you go. 1,100 likes. All right. Let's do... Should we do 2 giveaways? I'm thinking here. Do one before the market opens. Should we do that? Do one before the market opens, then one after we trade? Or maybe... Or I don't know. We'll see. I don't know. I usually like to do it like after the market opens. We take a little pause in trading, and then we do it. I think that's what we should do. Rips, how much harder is it answering people's dumb questions than trading? It's there's no such thing as dumb questions. Come on. We all know that. Topstep is going to have a sudden influx of new traders. I know that a lot just closed up evals and PAs at Apex. Wait, what do you mean? Well, you know, the rising tide always lifts all boats or something like that. But I'm excited to see more people trading on Topstep. I love trading here. Sorry, ad popped up. I don't know if you answered. On Topstep X XFA, if you can use as many micros as... Yes, they changed that. The micros to minis. So on the 50K XFA, it used to be you could either trade 2 micros or 2 minis. Now it's 2 minis or 20 micros, which is a game changer, especially on that 50K level. Ribs, label the hourly high and low on the right side of your screen. Sarah chart allows for such labeling. Maybe you your charge can do the same thing, saving you from having to explain it. Yeah, we had a little notice up here one time. Where did we have that? I had like some text. Thought we had some text up here somewhere. No, that's not it. That's not my daily profit either. By the way, yeah, we're at $0. We haven't taken a single trade. Don't get too excited. Thank you for clarifying that. Scaling in and out is about to be a lot easier. Yes, trading on the micros on the 50K is the way to do it. It is the way to do it. I know a guy been waiting over a week for Apex payout to get approved. Topstep gets mine within 24 hours. Yeah, everybody's different. We'll see. I don't want to talk smack on any other companies. I think that if it works for you, it works for you. Great, fantastic. I know that Topstep works well for me. That's all I know. All I know is what I know, right? What's the brand of hotkeys? Stream Deck. We use Stream Deck. I use the Stream Deck XL. The Stream Deck XL. Is Topstep going to increase the max number of accounts anytime soon? Well, like I said at the top of the stream, MP did allude towards the potential of that happening. I don't know of anything. If I did, I'd let you folks know. But yeah, I don't know of anything for certain. And the last time that I thought I knew something, I was wrong. So just wait for the big man MP if he has something to say about it. You know, yesterday he alluded towards it, but that was it. He kind of tingled and jingled towards it, and nothing really set in stone. So got a nice long at 18,800. Rolling stops to break even. Going to market open. Good morning. Good morning, Justin. Nice trade. Love it. Good luck to you. I hope all the dreams come true today. So yeah, we hit enough likes, folks. Now, any extra likes are just cherries on top. So if you are enjoying the stream, they're more than welcome here. But thank you for all the likes. So we will be definitely doing a giveaway here once the market gives us a little bit of a pause here. We still haven't taken a single trade, but we'll be trying our best here. Long 3 M&Q from 795. Good luck to you. Surgical Surge. Good to see you there as well. Really interested in the Stream Deck feature so I can set profit 15 ticks with a button, or like what Rip says, 50%. Yeah, so right now that is working for NinjaTrader, and this is the latest version that just released last night, and I'm beta testing it again. This is version 1.0.3.0. Very excited for this one. This one's using limit orders instead of market of touch. So, all right, folks, quick little restroom break for me before the market opens. Don't go anywhere. Drop a lucky like if you are so inclined. I'll be back in just a moment here. we're back. All righty, folks. Little injection of liquidity there. Right when it should have happened. We got our accounts all loaded up here. We got the likes in play. Randy. Just say whatever's on your mind, buddy. Would a flush of 60s or 70s be a nice area to buy? Yes. Oh, yes. Yes, indeed. And why? Because you got that bullish order block down there. Yeah, that would be the hot ticket. Love to see a pullback in this market, but will we get it? That's the question. Nvidia's printing some fake prints right now. Or maybe they're real. Hold on. Yeah, Nvidia had a nice little pullback. All right, we are less than a minute away. Folks, good luck today. Trade safely. No Topstep trading for the Nvidia earnings, so make it count today. All righty. Here we go, folks. We are 90 seconds out. 90 seconds out. Rips, about 2 weeks ago, your data got weird at the open. Has that happened since? How do you resolve it? Just recycle your connection. So can disconnect from Rhythmic and reconnect. So let me just make sure. Yeah, it looks okay on my end so far. So we are going to run it into the open here. Make sure I got everything correct. Okay, looks good. Everything looks good. It's party time, folks. 45 seconds until Boomtown. Tops of X issues. Put a limit order to test. Seems that it doesn't show up. Uh-oh. Try refreshing the page. Remember, the first piece of news coming out is at 10 a.m., the existing home sales. First piece of news out. Good luck, everybody. Let's make all those dreams come true today. Let's end the poll here, by the way. Everybody is pretty bullish. 57% are saying up. So let's see if chat is right. We do have 53.39 to reclaim on the S&Ps. 5 seconds to go here, folks. Good luck. Good luck. Wow, this thing literally is just going crazy here off the open. Wow, I like that fill now. That's actually way better than the market if touched fills. I like that a lot more. Looking for this to blow out and not get clipped in these 12s. Watching. Trying to get that early push into the 20s here. Happy to be wrong on only one lot. Okay, there's that burst up, but can we hold the push? Watching. Adding. Watching for this to clear out into these 20s. A little bit of kerfufflation up here. Really looks like it wants to go, though. Adding again for a little tickle up. See if we can do a little refresher up here. Nice burst of volume. Looking for 20s. Doesn't have a lot of push right now. Nvidia is still super strong. Looking for 20s to hold. Watching. Goolsby is going to be talking here, by the way. Watching here, these 20s now. Looking for this blow off top. Some people are capping into these. I don't like these cappers that are coming in. Capping into these orders pretty violently. Not a huge fan of that. Adding back for a reclaim of 20s. Looking for this burst of volume. There we go. That's what I wanted. There we go. Nice. Taking out a little bit there. That's what I was looking for. Thank you. Thank you. That little percocito back into those 20s. That's what I like to see there. Gorgeous. Love my hotkeys too, by the way. And stopped out there. Beautiful. All right. So that's going to, little scalpacito there. Copied across 2 accounts. It's going to bring us up $1,300. Did get stopped out there when we moved our stop to break even. But I think that we can continue to run here. Especially with Nvidia just kind of pushing. Let's see. Yeah, I like Nvidia pushing like this. It does look very, very strong to me. Let's see here. Looking for this blow off top now. See if we get this continuation into the 30s without a fill. Watching here up at 60s in Nvidia as well. Apple, a little bit of a pullback. Watching here. Seeing if we can get back above these 20s now. And I want to see this blow into these orders at 30. That's where I'm watching. I might pull this off and refresh a little bit lower if we get a pullback. But just watching here. Some sellers are stepping in just a little bit here. Small pullback in Nvidia, but if it holds this 950 level, we'll be jamming. So watching for this to tickle up. Watching. A big blow off top here would be huge for us. So I'm watching to see if we have anybody that's like shorting into this move that would give us the moon fuel to the top side here. Right now they're just kind of tight and constrained in these 20s. So I just might have to time this a little bit differently here. Still holding these 20s back. Okay. Get a little JPP going here above into these 30s now. Okay, some buyers stepping in, but again, we're running these 20s where there's a capper at those 20s that I don't like to see. We need to see this big burst. Okay, absorption just below 20s, which is good. There we go. Nice little JPP to the top side there. Can we hold the JPP? Watching here at these 20s again. See if we can ride this out a little bit into those 30s that we're looking for. Just need to have that little burst of momentum to carry us into those 30s here. Yeah, Goolsby is expected to speak as well. That is on the docket. Yeah, I just don't want to see this forceful push down. That's all I'm trying to avoid here is that forceful push under the 20s. Might have a little trimmage here, but yeah, I might just get stopped out. All right, stopped out there. See if we can have a little bit of a refresher. Might have got stopped out at the dead bottom there, but let's see. I want to be a buyer if we get below those 800s, but you know, it might not wait for us. Let's see here. Pull back into the 950s on Nvidia. Watching here. I'm back in here. Watching if we can reclaim these 20s. Nvidia's hitting the floor here, but if we find a bid, let's say at like 944, this thing can shake and shimmy back to the upside here. So that's what I'm watching out for. Not aggressive selling on the tape, and that's why I'm happy to kind of hold this into this heat here. So not super aggressive selling. And we're seeing some absorption. So I'm just seeing whether or not they're swiping up at these offers. Even though Nvidia is coming straight down, I want to see this catch pre-944 here. And we'll see if Goolsby has anything to say as well. So if we can start to get a little perk back into a 15 level here. That's what I'll be watching for. Still kind of holding the tape here. Actually kind of want to bring this down like right there so we can take a little bit more heat. I want to add if this tucks below, actually, you know what? I can actually have that right there. If this tucks below 800, that's where I want to be adding into this. So watching for this little tuck below, we have room down to, I guess you could say maybe 788-ish. So watching here. I'm doing an ad right here. Watching to see if we hold these 800s. There's a defender up there pre-running these 800s. So let's see if that ad works out for us here. Nice bounce there on Nvidia right there at 944s. So let's see if we can get this hold. Nice push up into those 10s. They did swipe a little bit of that liquidity, but I want to see a push and a hold above now. Okay, there's that 810. Let's see if we can get some nice squeezing from these buyers now. Because we're still showing that bid support underneath. That should give some confidence here. Nice squeeze here. Watching for 810s to reclaim again. Point of control is just rested up against 810 here. Taking a little bit of heat. Watching for buyers to show up on the tape here. I feel like we have enough fuel from that push down to start showing some squeeze, but we just have to activate that squeeze like above 915. I'm sorry, 815 would activate that squeezing. So let's see. Some buyers stepping in there. Right at 810 again, which is what we want to see. Let's see if we can activate a squeeze over 815 here now. Still some aggressive selling. Nice bounce, though, from Nvidia, which is what we want to see. We're wrestling at the VWAP at S&Ps. I'm actually surprised to see it so heavy still after reclaiming 810s there. Pretty surprised. So there's your 800 test. Still holding, but no buyers. Interesting enough. Yeah, no buyers still on this tape. It begs the question, when does Nvidia become a value price for call buyers? I mean, do they send it as low as the 30s here? Kind of begs the question, right? See if these 800s hold for this test here. It's not looking strong, though. It's not looking good. The buyers are not looking strong and healthy here. Coming straight down. Probably get stopped out here. So the midpoint of this inefficiency right here at 788, this is kind of what I'm looking at here. Midpoint of that inefficiency right there at 788. Yeah, it's kind of where it's looking to pull back into. But I feel that if we were able to get all the way down in through that order block, then we could definitely see a nice buying opportunity. But that might be it right there. That might be the whole push down that we're kind of mistiming here. Stopped out twice at the lower end of the extension there. Big bounce from Nvidia again. We did contract that liquidity down at those 90s, and here I am again while out of position. Google straight down. S&Ps are wrestling again. Yeah, we might have just got shaken out on that last pull down. I guess we should have extended our stop just a touch. God, just a little bit lower there. What were we? Where did we execute there? 92s, and the low was 88 and 3/4. So just a little bit. I would have liked him to take a little bit more heat, as I guess is what I'm saying here. All right, so we'll wait. Crack open a cold one. Just unfortunate timing this morning. It was very bullish. Is my chart lagging? No way. No, chart looks good. It looks in sync. No issues with execution. Hotkeys are working fantastic right now. Just the wrong side of the trade here. We are on grape this morning, Nuggets. Gosh, I really like this again down here. Really do like the buy down here. See if we can get a nice little value price here. All right, I'm just going to take it. I don't want to miss it. Yeah, buyers are showing up here. S&Ps are through the VWAP. It's going to be like my last try at this play, I suppose. Looking for that hold above 800s. We miss all of that alpha, though, from the 90s all the way up to it's 15 points that we're missing out on this trade, which is the bummer. But hopefully we get this blow off top. We get a nice extension. We just get carried through here, and Nvidia has an insane bounce, reclaiming 960s, and it just runs. So hopefully that's all of the downside there. Hopefully we got enough liquidity there to the downside to make this play happen here. I really want to let this thing work. Like I really, really want to let this thing work if we can. So retesting 810s. Now we're starting to squeeze. Oh, frustrating. All right, point of control has moved up to 810, looking for that 815 blowout now. So yeah, great trade idea. Just that last little bit. We're just a little bit off. I still think that we can carry through here. We definitely got enough liquidity to start squeezing here and make new highs. So 815 is the level that we need to see here and now, that we need to see actually blown out with continuation, because that gets shorts very uncomfortable here. So right here, this little pocket of liquidity, and then we jump to the 20s. 20s start to blow out, new highs. So okay, there's your 15s. Now we get uncomfortable shorts starting to squeeze out. Boy, frustrated as heck. I'm so frustrated. I'm missing 15 handles on this trade right now. I'm so frustrated. But we'll let it work. We'll let it work. S&Ps need to hold this break above these 40s. So we didn't hit those 20s. We ran into somebody kind of capping off those 20s. I'm actually going to put my stream deck down on my desk. I don't want to do anything stupid here. I'll let this thing work. Let this thing kind of trade out here. Did I miss the giveaway? Had to do something, just came back. No, we haven't done it yet. We have not done the giveaway yet. We could probably do it right now as the trade is unfolding here. I'm happy to do it right now. If you folks are happy, and then we can just continue trading in the Discord there. Nice. Kyle passed your combine. Give it up for Kyle there. Nice. Yeah, I like this market super long here. I really do. It's just a shame that pullback to the 90s there. My gosh. We're literally like, what was that? Like 8 ticks off. Here comes your 20 test. 950 test coming in on Nvidia as well. I mean, these shorts are just so weak here. This should just be such a tremendous blowout. They're barely hanging on to life here from what I can see on the tape. I'm actually surprised that, I mean, now it makes sense to me that they made the bid so soft, but yeah, this should go crazy here through these highs. It should go nuts. Definitely frustrating, to say the least. Here's your 20 test on deck. Nobody wants to be the first one in the pool. S&P's looking for that 42 breakout to the top side. Let's see what the S&P's look like. Look at their tape. Yeah, I mean, we got liquidity at 43 there. Should be tagged. So, Coming back up here, looking for that 20 test, and we should not reject through those 20s. It should be a clean snap and break here. Just watching how they're stacking this. Here comes that 20 test. It should just go right through. It should be really, really fast right through. Watching here. Still very, very thin on the bid side, which I think is manipulation straight up. They're just allowing people, they want like early people that want to get off. They're just letting it kind of fade down and not supporting market orders because these are very, very thin orders hitting the tape here. Very, very thin. It shouldn't be dramatically moving the market like that. Interesting enough that Nvidia rejected off the VWAP here. Very, very interesting to see that. Still waiting on this 920 swipe, and it should be just a huge pop right through. Watching here. Should pop right through this. There you go. And then a rejection. Interesting. So they took 20s all the way up to 22 almost, and then somebody's starting to sell it, but they're absorbing it a little bit better this time through. Some folks are bailing it. Interesting. I'm going to be curious to see how strong of a blow off top this is. If we get a harsh rejection off the blow off top, I'd be pretty hard pressed to see that. It could just be pacing itself too. I mean, we do really need to see 43 get taken out here on S&Ps, which it still hasn't. Watching this pulling and stacking the S&Ps right now. Big bids, which is nice. Good to see that. Huge bids in the S&Ps. Yeah, they're still supporting bids here, which is great. Yeah, S&Ps are about to go green. That should bring in a flurry. It's that 43 level, right? Once we get above that 43 level, we should start to see a flurry of buyers. Looking for a VWAP bounce here. We really need to get through the VWAP on Nvidia as well. The fact that it's being constrained underneath the VWAP like that is definitely a little bit concerning. I mean, it's very strange that we're seeing that. But I guess it's inviting a lot of, they want to bring a lot of call buyers in, supposedly. 10 minutes till existing home sales, that is correct. So we're still holding this trade here. Long and strong. After we got battered in our stop loss there, which is just lame. This thing looks like it just wants to continue to grind here. Going for a retest of 20s. There's your 20 retest. Strong buying through the 20s again, but there's a stupid capper at 22. Get out of the way, buddy. Look at that. So much effort to be run over later on in the day. Like, what a dingus. Yeah, hey, I like wasting money. Let me just jump in front of this thing and start peeling out here. Crazy, crazy. Some people. So rude. Thanks, G-Lines. We'll see you soon. Hopefully we'll see you tomorrow for Jobless Claims Thursday. Yeah, so this is the original area that we were seeking liquidity in originally, but I think this time around we have way more moon fuel to get up there, and especially if they're capping on like 22s here. Like, these people are outrageously silly, in my opinion. Crazy to see them capping on like this. On Nvidia earnings day, it's sacrilege. Crazy town, if you ask me. So 20s back again, testing those 20s if we can have stronger bids. A lot of offers sticking up here again. They're putting up a whole bunch of offers, and I'm not really sure why, unless they're looking specifically to get run over for some reason. I don't really understand it, because they're offering liquidity that these early shorts are, like, do you see that? They're swiping into that. These early shorts are seeing that liquidity, and they're saying, okay, if you're allowing me to get out now, of course I'm going to get out now. But it begs the questions, who's providing the other side of that liquidity, and why? Why would they be adamantly so heavy to short this into the 25s when we have a straight shot to 37 right now, from what I can see. We have a straight shot. So the fact that they're willing to cap this on here it's a weird, uncomfortable feeling right now. I don't know who's trying to get filled on the way up, but it's like, and it's not like they're small, right? So we're talking about, somebody who's getting filled about 800 contracts there on the way up. So I don't really understand what their modus operandi is there, but let's see if it plays into what we're thinking here. Straight shot to 37. So there they are. Again, people are closing their shorts and somebody's happily absorbing that. So crazy. Somebody's really happy to absorb all of this order flow. So I don't really understand it. Doesn't make any sense to me. But I'm a knucklehead often. Someone knows something about Nvidia earnings. Yeah, I think that's why they pushed it down first. Somebody wanted some cheap prices. But again, we're not pushing over into the VWAP above Nvidia. If we start to explode above that, straight shot to 960 and then popping out 960, and then we're talking about trading 18,950. That's how I see the market today. I'm just trying to be patient. Okay, so there you go. There's a little explosion. Watch these 30s now. Should be a straight shot to 37. Once we break these 30s, watch this. Right here into this 30 player. Look at that. Oh, I'm a moron. I'm going to sell 30s right now when we have a straight shot to 37. Look at me. I'm so cool. Like, come on. Get out of the way, partner. What are you selling 30s for? What's the purpose here? What are you hoping for? You're selling 30s for what? You could sell at 37s all day. Why would you want to cheat yourself out of 28 ticks there? Crazy to me. You're shortchanging yourself, my friend. If you're watching the person who's selling at 30, you're shortchanging yourself. And whoever keeps selling Nvidia into 949 and 3/4 is also, I have a bone to pick with you as well. Okay. That's why they're selling 30s. They wanted to have a quick little push down here. That's why they were selling 30s. I see. They wanted to have that quick little push down. But you see the absorption there. You see that absorption into basically the 13s there, all the way down to those 13s. How much did we have there on that print? About 1,500 contracts pushed down into that, but absorbed, right? So can we hold this temporary pullback? Can we hold this and then get that moon fuel back? I keep on saying moon fuel. Moon fuel. They were selling as a 3-bar reversal pattern. They knew it was the hourly high. They knew it because of the chart. It's the hourly high right there. They sold into that right there. All right. So we're just still holding this position here. We're still holding, looking for, it's very wicky to the top side. I don't like the fact that Nvidia is still rejecting here. That's not a great feeling. But S&Ps are still very, very strong. So that's kind of what's keeping me in here. Microsoft, a little pullback from the highs. Meta pulling back from the highs. Well, the market's feeling a little bit uncomfortable up here. I will tell you that. I've noticed listening to you that you should fade yourself when you see something happening that isn't supposed to happen. I mean, I can agree with that a little bit. I noticed that too a little bit from watching my own replays. But I mean, my whole goal here is to hold out for the majority of the day, right? This trade I'm not looking to get scalpy with, and I'm not trying to sell into a blow off top. I'm looking to hold, and I'm just looking for any kind of confirmation to not hold, right? I'm looking for anything that's going to tell me to not hold this. And that's like 804 retest and failed. By that time, we're red on the position. So it is crazy, though, that we did run right into the clubhouse level. That is, I hate when they do that. I really do hate when they use our clubhouse levels against us like that. You know, especially when we're trying to get that to go up higher. I hate when they do that. They use our clubhouse levels against us. Anybody else notice that? Zeebster, you saw that, right? They're using our levels against us, and that just doesn't seem fair. I don't like that all that much. All right, yeah, we do have some news coming out in 4 minutes, and then we'll do the giveaway. We'll do that giveaway here. We have existing home sales for April. God, I hate those guys, right? So let's see if the new home sales give us the same reaction that we saw in the NBA mortgage apps. It can go either way. It really can. It's a very thin market here. They are letting it step up a little bit, which is nice. S&Ps still are holding around above 40 for now. You see we're seeing some early squeezing here, which is great. Squeezing back on deck here. See if we can get, if we did a 30 blowout now and we ran straight to 37, then what? Then what do we do, right? Then how do we play that? So tickling back into those 25s there, still running into a little bit of selling. Nvidia testing again, looking for a VWAP blowout here. Wouldn't that be so great? Mortgage applications, Nvidia, just everything just straight shot to the moon. See, Andreas gets it. We need Nvidia above 950 to give us that quick pump. Amen. You said it. That's right. So we're just kind of wrestling right underneath 825s here. See, I got Nvidia in my head. I got NQ over here. Just kind of wrestling. We make it a lower high there underneath 825, which is not fantastic. But as long as we're holding the line around these 20s, we are 2 minutes from that print. 2 minutes here. I feel like we got enough drawdown in that liquidity to the downside that should be able to carry us above 30s. I mean, it looked to me like we got enough push of liquidity there, but hey, what do I know? We really got to defend like these 810s. Get back above into that 820 area and see if we can hold the line there. So after this print, we will do that giveaway for a free Topstep combine, and then we're going to continue trading here in the Discord. So just a little shake and shimmy waiting for this print. And again, this is not a big ticket data print here, but this can be an excuse for market makers to push in a lot of liquidity into the market. We've only been trading for about 28 minutes here, by the way. It feels like a lifetime. Nice work there, Nuggets. 1, 2, 3, 4. I love that. So less than a minute now, less than a minute for the NBA. I'm sorry, for the existing home sales. So let's see how this shakes out here. We're kind of holding up here and not seeing anything. Nvidia's looking so sloppy and droopy. Ugh. I don't like what I'm seeing pre-print here. Doesn't look great. Do not like what I'm seeing. $4.23 million is the estimate right now. Order book is kind of clearing out here. Can Nvidia just do the dang thing? It's like hanging around and hanging around and hanging around. 10 seconds here. Order book is very cleared out now. Can't believe that people are actually trading that right there. Wow. All right, 25's testing. 4.23 million, so coming in a little bit cooler than expected. 4.14 million, so coming in a little bit cooler. We did draw that liquidity above those 30s. Let's see if we can hold that push or if it's just one more draw before the way back down. Let's see here. Not looking so hot again. It might have been just a quick little stop run to the top side there. I don't like that push. We need to hold above 25s here. Start to see, there we go. Let's see a blowout back above that 30 level. And we'll be in business. A little shaky here. Nvidia back above the VWAP. It is wrestling for control above the VWAP here. So the question is, can we hold? Can we hold above into that 40 level? And then eventually start printing. Our next level is 94s. So we get all the way up and we wrestle in this push. And I don't like how we blew stops into that area. And then we had a big capper there. 575 lots there above. Yeah, coming back down. Rejecting again with Nvidia right under the VWAP. Same rejection from last time. Yeah, none of these pushes want to hold right now. Very, very shaky market, lower liquidity. So, still watching here, trying to make a decision on what I want to do. If we have that retest again above 26 3/4 and we don't hold that push, probably look for the exit door. But if we get back above that level and we do hold a strong push, there's a good chance that we could start to solidify some bids and start threatening those shorts that we've been seeing being the bane of our existence in this whole trade this morning. Right now, cappers at 25. Heavy sellers there at 25 again. It's funny. 25 is coinciding with the VWAP and Nvidia. Every single time we come up, we test 25s. Nvidia's testing the VWAP, and then we reject the VWAP, and we reject 25s here in the NQ. So it really is we just need, where's Bill Huang when you need him? We need Bill Huang's degeneracy back in this market. We need him buying like boot, scoot, and rally on the 1200 calls. Get in here, Bill. We need you, buddy. We need you to push out that 25, and we just need to get those orders there on the print. That would be epic. Yeah, right now we're just rejecting underneath our MC level here of 26 3/4. Still just looking for that stronger push to the top side. If we blew out 44s to the top side on an S&Ps as well, that would be very, very helpful because it would get us green on the S&Ps here. So retesting these 20s, no buyers. It's so dead right now. No buyers, nothing happening. I don't like how that was just a big draw of liquidity to the top side. I really don't like that pattern there. If we start to see super heavy offers, then I'm just not happy about this at all. We are firming up bids again at 16s, but again, super heavy offers to the top side. Nvidia still kind of rejecting here. No buyers on NQ right now. Yeah, no real buying here. A lot of aggressive selling. Very, very aggressive selling down here into these 15s. Volume definitely leaves quite a bit to be desired here, especially to the top side. We're not seeing any heavy, heavy buyers here to the top side. So 15s looking like they want to trade out here. There's a little bit of defense coming at 15s, but nothing that I'm liking what I'm seeing. I'm seeing very, very heavy overhead supply here. No aggressive buying on the tape. Nvidia still underneath that VWAP. Nobody wants to buy. Nobody wants to be the first one in. Nobody's buying these calls. Let's see what those calls went to, those higher ticket calls here. I mean, they're up there now. 1180s are still $1, so see where we had any kind of volume here on the higher strikes. 1100s, we're getting some volume in the higher strikes at the 1100s, 1050s, and the thousands. So, I mean, there's still hope. There's definitely still hope. We're just not seeing it on the tape right here and now, right? That's the only problem. There's no buyers. There's absolutely no buyers right now. And when I'm talking about buyers, I'm talking about active buyers in the market. We do have some bids that are picking up, obviously, but we don't have any active buyers that are pushing the market, which is what we need in this situation. We need buyers to start pushing us out of this range and getting those shorts uncomfortable. And instead, we just have adamant heavy sellers and strong overhead supply. So not great, not great. Testing again, potentially on the VWAP there at Nvidia. Still doesn't want to break. Nvidia VWAP now at 949 and change. So again, this should be a pretty simple task for this to break up to the north side here. But just, oh, there we go. A little snap above. Hold on. Wait, little snap above in Nvidia. Can we hold the push now? That is the question. Can we hold this push? Can we hold this strength? Okay, hold on. Can we hold this strength? Come on, Nvidia. I believe in you. Holding above 950. Wait for it. Ooh, there's that same capper at 25. Can we make his day terrible or her? I want to judge. And they're still there. Nobody wants to be the first one through. Oh, Nvidia's starting to surge here too. Oh, this would be just lovely if we could get this. Still looking for these 25s to hold. A little pushing. Oh, it's so heavy to the top side. I will say that again. It is so dang heavy to the top side. Makes it very difficult for us to hold these pushers. S&P's trading 43s. That rhymes. Yeah, we really, really just need to hold these pushes. But again, it's so freaking thin. It is so dang thin. And then we just run into this exhaustion up here. We don't have a confident push. We just need a confident blowout push. Like into those 30s. But they're layering it so heavy. I keep on saying, we see a lot of heavy offers here. It's not ideal for a big squeeze right now. We need to see a push, but we get a push and then they just kind of give up. They give up the push. It's a little push and then, you know what? I'm tired. Right? Yeah, that's it. It's the MC level. Let's be honest. These market makers are using the MC level and they're being dastardly about it. Like, it's okay. We've used it enough. We can make our way through it now. It's okay. I won't tell anybody. I won't tell anybody that you folks are using it. Yeah, back down we go. Yeah, this is what I'm talking about, where it's tremendously, tremendously heavy to the offer side. Big rejection in Nvidia. Coming on down, you know, Some days you're the hammer, some days you're the nail there. Coming back down, that the level that I was saying that, you know, that we want to reject off of would be 804. We rejected off of 803 for now, which is pretty much our average in this trade. Let's see if we make our way back up. If we make our way back up, there's some bid support coming in. If we make our way back up, then we'll do, well, we should just do the giveaway right now. All right, let's do that giveaway, folks. Here we go. Get Nightbot going. And we will do, let's do the keyword. What do we want to do for the keyword here? Channel member luck is going to be 10 times more lucky. Let's do NQ blowout. All right, there it is. Type in the word NQ blowout. You have to be following me on Twitter and Instagram. The username is right down here, @SellingRips. Follow me on Twitter. Follow me on Instagram. All right, NQ blowout is the keyword here, folks. Let's hope for that NQ blowout. I mean, that was another drawback down into those 800s, but we need to see this holding this push back above those 20s there. And it's just so stubbornly difficult to get back out. This is just the worst price action. I expected so much more on Nvidia Day. Of all the days, come on, Nvidia Day. You're supposed to be a lot kinder to us on a day like today. Just the worst, rockiest price action. So follow me on Twitter. Follow me on Instagram. It's @SellingRips is the username. Very easy to do. We're trying to get to 20,000 followers on Twitter. We're very, very close, by the way. Type that in and we'll roll it. If you're a channel member, you get 10x more luck. If you want to be a channel member, there's a join button right down below. All right, let's roll this as soon as we get to 400 here. Let's get to rolling after we get to 400. We're getting close in there, 40 away. If you're messaging me on Instagram, the way that you want to do is just type in the keyword in the YouTube chat. Just follow me on Instagram, follow me on Twitter, and just type in that keyword into the YouTube chat. That's all you need to do, the YouTube chat. All righty, folks, here we go. We are going to be rolling in. Let's give it 10 more seconds here. 10 more seconds. All right, here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rolling. Victor Lynn 0208. You are the big winner. Just tell us what your username is on Instagram or Twitter, and we will get you suited and booted with a free Topstep Combine. Come on down. Come on down, Victor Lynn. All right. It's easy enough. Let's see if it's on Twitter or on Instagram. Let's see. All right. Certainly not on Twitter. Let's see. All right. Yeah, sweet. You do follow me. Congrats. Free Combine. Sweet. Alrighty, folks. Thank you so much for tuning in. We will be back again tomorrow for our fun giveaway for more Topstep Combines, presumably. But we will be back here for doing the jobless claims trade. So make sure you show up for that. It's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to be trading jobless claims bright and early tomorrow. Catch me at, what is it going to be? 8 a.m., as it always is. And I'll see you folks then. Folks in the Discord, don't go anywhere. We're going to continue trading out there. Folks on YouTube, thank you so much for sharing your morning with me. It means a lot, and I hope to see you all tomorrow. Good luck if you're going to continue trading today. Hopefully, all your dreams come true. Take care, everybody. We'll see you bright and early. Wait, hold on. What are we at here, by the way? $1,300. All right. We'll see you tomorrow. Take care.